Van Richten's Guide to the Lich was released in 1993, written by Eric Haddock, with interior art by Stephen Fabian and a cover by Jeff Easley. It is 96 pages long, written in the same format as the other VR guides, in the character of Van Richten, with him explaining how he got into hunting liches. It also has the DM information at the end of each chapter, so it's easy access for your players and both your DM to read. The guide is a little different from the others in that Van Richten does not have as much experience with liches as other monsters, so there are less of his personal stories and more secondhand accounts of the creatures. Considered to be the weakest of the guides primarily because of the subject matter and the lower amount of Van Richten stories, I, however, tend to disagree. I do like this guide. I like it more than Ghost, let's put it like that. The guide starts out with a story by Van Richten where he discovers that the Lord Aisling himself is a Lich, and it is a great little story. The guide covers the supposed origins of the Lich and the process of them becoming one, the usual powers of a Lich and what their goal is, and it goes over their lairs and magic abilities and how to hunt down a Lich and their minions. Then the guide bucks the trend and introduces two new kinds of Lich that are the real highlights of this guide: the Psionic Lich and the Priest Lich. This really does a lot to add spice to the Lich monster and add variety to them. Interesting to note is that the guides of the good Lich will not tolerate a Priest Lich, which makes sense. The Demon Lich is also touched upon in a short chapter, since knowledge of them is scarce in the real Ravenloft campaign world. The DM appendix includes many new spells for Liches and new magical items for them. It also talks about how to incorporate and use Liches in your campaign. The guide emphasizes that Liches are very powerful and to be used sparingly and should be used as reoccurring villains. I do recommend Van Richten's Guide to the Lich. Although the subject matter is limited in scope and Van Richten's personal stories are cut back for this guide, there is still plenty of good information for players and DMs to be had. And like all other VR guides, it is fun and entertaining to read as well. There is a black terror that amasses great authority in the farthest reaches of Ravenloft, quietly insulating its sway upon the land like a creeping poison in the body. Its name is Lich. Until now, vampires have been the undisputed masters of darkness, but the sheer genius of the Lich, coupled with its immortal quest for ever more powerful magic, has proven to be a malevolent threat to cause of goodness. Liches were once all-powerful wizards in life, yet they have sacrificed everything to leap beyond the bounds of humanity and acquire unspeakable necromantic mastery. In the face of such might and malice, there appears to be but one hope. Dr. Rudolf Van Richten, scholar and bane to all creatures of the night, has once again picked up his quill and parchment, this time to expose the dreaded monster's darkest secrets. Within these pages, the reader will learn of the Lich's origins, its powers, its lair, and even its very psychological makeup, as well as the keys to a successful hunt and termination. Deadly new minions and unique Lich magics are also brought to the fore. Take back the night, all ye of courageous heart and keen blade. With each chime of the clock, the Lich seeks to complete another of its diabolical schemes. Unchecked, the monster will obliterate the light of day, and Ravenloft is already much too dark.